The Godot default physics engine is known for its poor performance. That's why there have been multiple alternatives that were released. Today we'll check out Rapier3D, that is positioning itself as one of the main alternatives, and I also have to admit that the results surprised me a lot, so let's get started right away. First of all, I will super quickly do a project overview. So what I have over here is the root 3D node with the default light and the default camera 3D. Then I also got the default world environment. And then, well, I have the environment that basically has some mesh instances, also with the static bodies to create the different walls and ground that we need to detect the collision with the walls. And well, I also have some collisions in the sides of these kinds of platforms to avoid walls from falling down. Then I also got over here a super simple UI that will count how much time has passed since we started playing, and also an FPS counter. This user interface will allow us to actually have a better idea on the performance of the tests that we are going to be doing. We have this script that is the main script that what has over here. And well, I've just made here these variables with a static typing so that they can even have a little bit a higher performance. And basically, well, what I handle here is the user interface. I am updating here the current FPS, and then I'm also updating the time that has passed for me to update the time level, and I'm also handling here the spawning. So basically, every 0.005 seconds I will be having a new ball being instantiated with this super simple code. This is the only script. As you can see, the project is quite simple, and by the way, here on the right you can check that indeed these are the only files that it contains. It also contains the export presets, since for being able to provide with the most accurate numbers possible, we're going to be actually exporting the project over here, so that we get the most accurate results possible. This warning that I'm getting here is because I don't have ReCedit installed, but this is just important if I want to change the icon or access more things related to the app information that I don't care really. I just want to try out the physics, okay? But just for you to know this. In terms of the vault, it's super simple. We only have here a rigid body 3D, no physics material, no options modified, and we have the mesh instance that is basically the sphere and a collision shape. Super simple, super straightforward. So let's see what results we're getting with Godot Physics, okay? Basically with the default physics engine. I will open this up and let's see what we are getting. As you can see, as soon as we started play, we got there some balls that literally fall, and well, in just 7 seconds, literally everything starts to break. Let's see this again, the beginning. I want to take a look at here. As you can see, there are balls that are falling behind. I don't really understand why. And as you can see, as long as we hit 7 seconds, we get less than 30 FPS. So indeed, the default performance that we get is just awful, quite poor. But well, let's now try out the same test, but with Rapier3D installed. So we'll go to the asset library, and over here I will look for Rapier3D. As you can see, it does have 2 versions. In this case, it has a fast version with a single instruction multiple data for even faster performance, or we have this one that is slower but platform deterministic, okay? And as you can see, this version doesn't have this technology, let's say, for even faster performance, and it says here that this version is more an advanced version and it's not for normal use cases. So what we are trying to do is a quite simple example. So I will just download this version that is like the fastest version, the one that could provide the best performance. So I will click over here download, and I will give it a second. I will install all the dependencies and assets, and well, it will require me to save and restart the editor, so I will give it a second. And now I've got here the add-ons. Okay, now let's check if everything is enabled over here in advanced settings on. In physics 3D, the physics engine, I will select Rapier3D, and I will once again have to restart the editor. But well, after all those steps, I finally have here Rapier3D, so we will check out how this works this time. Now, something that I do have to mention about Rapier is the fact that, well, the sphere radius used to be much smaller, used to be something like 0.1, but well, I had to make it bigger, because if not, collisions wouldn't be detected directly. If I make the radius here smaller, maybe something like this, and I play the game. Sorry, let me actually play it. Literally, collisions are not being detected. I don't understand why. But if the collision is a little bit bigger, now it is detected as it should. So well, this is just something for you to acknowledge about this. Because also, of course, as the collision shape is bigger, the behavior itself will change a little bit, because there will be some space between each ball, and also the performance may not be as fair as in Godot, because the collision shape with Godot Physics was much smaller than with Rapier. So well, maybe the test is not going to be fair enough, but if not, the test would be impossible to perform. But well, let's see what results we end up having. Well, there you see the thing that has to do with the separation between them. But well, let's just take a look at the performance. As you can see, the performance is itself, it's a little bit better than in Godot. Maybe not as good as they could be, because maybe we are able to play for more than 7 seconds that we were able to play in Godot, because we're able here to play for something like 8-9 seconds above 60 FPS. But well, also here they have to process like more collision shapes than the ones that we used to have in Godot. Well, not more collision shapes, but bigger collision shapes, so that also takes more memory in space. So it is a pity that there is the small error here that I was able to fix, but I couldn't really, it was impossible for me to find a solution for this issue. Also, something else that could be worth mentioning is the fact that there is some kind of vibration over here. I don't really know how this is called in physics, but well, there is no object colliding with the ball, and there is still some kind of vibration over here. There shouldn't be any, I would say. Maybe it is because it has a large amount of balls over there on top, but well, that kind of weird movement shouldn't be happening. Well, now over here we are seeing a comparison between Rapier3D and the default physics engine of Godot. Rapier is able to provide a little bit more performance than Godot Physics, but well, we had that problem with the size of the collision shape, and also Rapier, because of this, has to render bigger collision shapes, affecting the performance of it, and also that's the reason why it is creating there that gap between each vault. So it's not like a super fair test on that manner, but well, it was the best test that we could perform. If Rapier for some reason is updated in the following days or weeks, I will be posting a super similar video, but well, with these bugs fixes, or at least if I am able to find a solution for this error that I was mentioning, I will again update you. But well, until now we can see that indeed Rapier does provide a better performance. However, its behavior itself maybe it could be improved. It seems that it isn't a super polished physics plugin. It still needs a lot of work to be done in order to be able to be used in some kind of full project, okay? But anyway, I hope that this video was helpful, and if so, and if you want to see more Godot related content to its physics and every single area, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. See you in the next one, and bye bye.